Hello everyone, Marine here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super happy to be guest designing for Crafty Meraki. We're also a bunch of crafters participating in a hop, so make sure to check the description box below this video to get all the details. So today I'm showcasing the adorable Magical Day stamp set and Stargazer mini slimline die. I'm going to make one pop-up card with most of the unicorns from Magical Day and another one, a shaker one, featuring the Stargazer die. I started off by stamping the images. I stamped them using Lanfern Gel Black ink and I cut them using my scan and cut machine. I'm using my alcohol markers to color everything, and today I'm using blues, pinks and purples to add a magical and dreamy look to the unicorns. So before moving on to the pop-up card base, I'm adding some glitter to the stars. These will have time to dry while I create the background. And speaking of it, I cut a Bristol panel large enough to fit the different pieces I want to ink. And to color that piece of paper, I'm going to use salvaged patina, peacock feathers, and wilted violet oxidings. I'm applying them quite randomly with no specific design in mind, and I'm going back and forth with my blending tools to mix everything as nicely as possible. And after this, I will add lots of textures, and these will definitely make the difference and help to get the dreamy look we want to achieve. So here's a close-up look at this magical and dreamy panel. Now I'm going to cut the different pieces out of it. And here we go, very nice. I also cut the back of the card out of navy blue cardstock, as well as 2 pieces to build the base of the card. I'm going to stick the oxiding pieces on those spots using liquid glue. Right there, I realized that I forgot to add my sentiment on the long rectangle. So off screen, I hit embossed it in silver, and finally I attached it where it belongs. Now I'm going to fold those 2 long pieces on the score lines, and I'm going to attach them together just like that. And this is how the base of the card will look. Now I need to add some cloud borders. I'm going to stick them on the inside. I cut 3 cloud borders out of white cardstock and 1 out of some shimmery vellum. But this vellum border is quite flimsy, not as sturdy as the cardstock. So before attaching the cloud borders, I'm going to stick the vellum one on an insert piece that I cut out of the same navy blue cardstock as the front and back. So here we have all the cloud borders ready to go inside the card. I added double-sided tape on the tabs, And first, I'm going to fold the tabs on each border. Now I can finally attach those borders inside the card base. I stick them next to each other and I make sure that the bottom of each border is aligned with the bottom edge of the card base. Next, with all the borders folded towards the right, I realign them correctly with the bottom edge of the card base. I peel the backing papers of the tabs, and I fold the part on the right to stick it to the tabs. Now the remaining tab was a little bit too wide, so I'm just trimming a little bit of it. And next I can finally stick that tab and close the card base. I'm adding liquid glue at the back of the panel, just at the bottom, and I'm tucking the panel inside the card base, behind the last cloud border, just like that. And now let's stick some unicorns inside the pop-up card. I wanted to have one unicorn and the rainbow up in the air. So to do the trick, I'm going to attach each image on an acetate strip. I'm using 3mm glue dots to stick them. And then I'm using glue dots again to attach the strips and other unicorns and stars inside the card. Now let's move on to the second panel to make the shaker card. I cut a 6 1/4 by 3.5 inches Bristol panel, and I'm using the same oxide inks as the one I used before to make this new magical background. Salvage patina, peacock feathers and wilted violet. And I will add the same details and texture as well as the ones I added on the first card. Next, I cut 3 Stargazer mini slimline panels out of white cardstock, and I'm going to stick one of them on a piece of clear acetate. Off screen I trimmed the acetate on the edges, and the 2 other Stargazer panels, I'm going to stick them at the back of the first one. And now I have room to put some tiny silver star sequins into each star section. A little bit of liquid glue, and now I can stick my magical and dreamy panel to totally close and finish my shaker panel. It looks super cute, I love it. I hit embossed my Reach for the Stars sentiment in silver on a navy blue banner, the same navy blue cardstock I used on the first card. And I'm going to stick that banner as well as the unicorn on the card using foam squares. And that's it, our set of magical and dreamy cards is all done. Totally love how it turned out, really love those colors and cute pink unicorns. Now which one is your favorite? The pop-up box card or the shaker card? A huge thank you to Crafty Meraki for inviting me. It was so much fun to create those 2 cards today. But I will be back in a few days with another set of cards featuring some other Crafty Meraki products, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Have an amazing day. Bye!